So some movies are just fun, some movies are just entertainment, and that's about it. Some movies are simple and will appeal to mass audiences, and some movies aim to just make money. Sometimes though you come across something that is a whole lot more. This movie, Boys in the Trees, it's definitely something worth seeing. The thing is though that nobody is going to see it. Boys in the Trees is a perfect example of something great slipping under the radar. And so I feel like there's a certain sense of responsibility to talk about it. Even if it doesn't get much recognition by me, and it won't. I still feel like something should be said. I'm Jack Fitzpatrick and this is my review of Boys in the Trees. So let me start off blunt. Boys in the Trees is a fantastic film. It's tonally heavy, but it's grounded. It's haunting, but it's beautiful. And it's just a little bit weird, but it also manages to be densely realistic. It's a perfect mix of creepy, dark, and a little bit of fun. So the film tells the story of this Australian high school graduate as he experiences this strange Halloween night with one of his peers, and the two embark on this eccentric journey. And along the way they tell each other spooky stories and learn about one another. And what follows throughout is kind of hard to explain. It's a film that would probably be best described as a mix between It Follows and The Revenant. Boys in the Trees throws its audience into the deep end from the get-go though, as it introduces us to this group of young boys who have just graduated high school in their small Australian town. And through them we also clearly see that this movie is set in the 90s, as we see them skateboard and listen to punk music and wear these, really cool earrings. The movie is definitely shrouded in this layer of nostalgia for the 90s, but it is here that we see that the movie is also very capable of remaining very realistic, especially in regards to the way that it portrays young people in a respectably accurate manner. Boys in the Trees presents its young people as just that, people. They aren't perfect, they aren't played by 30-year-olds, and they don't really fall under any other stereotypes like that. They all seem like real people. Everybody knows or has known the kid that dreams of bigger things, the kid that's the polar opposite and is afraid of the future, doesn't want anything to change. And everybody knows the quiet kid that's a bit weird and doesn't fit in and unfortunately gets bullied. And this is easily one of the best aspects of the film, and that's how globally relatable it is. It doesn't matter if you're 15 or 25 or 55. Either way, it's something that we all go through. Boys in the Trees is primarily a story about growing up. The themes of changing over time and developing your personality, losing friends and trying to be somebody that you're not in front of others, is something that we've all done in real life or at least have seen others do. And of course what follows these relatable themes come drama and emotion. And this drama never comes off as silly or laughable or anything like that. No, it's very respectable. Boys in the Trees does and should take itself seriously. And something that I loved about all this drama is that not everything was bombastic, not every problem was life-threatening. No, instead, many of the conflicts are much more grounded. A struggling friendship, fear of the future, and what to do with one's life are examples of the thoughts and problems that take center stage in this movie. And to display such relatable and complex themes throughout the movie, Boys in the Trees presents much use of just beautiful visuals. For such a small film, I assume it had a very limited budget. Despite this though, the film does a remarkable job of impressing in terms of the way that it's shot and looks. We're shown these memorable shots of creepy clown masks as this bright orange flare smoke surrounds the wearer. We're shown metaphorical icons through visuals as they represent much darker things in life, but even things that are much simpler. The cinematography of the main group just skateboarding or two characters speaking are definitely some examples of what this movie is capable of visually. I almost literally can't think of any problems when it comes to this movie. If I had to be very, very nitpicky, I could say that one might interpret this movie as a bit pretentious. Another minor problem that I do have is that some of the plot points are a little bit predictable. But that's about it. Those two problems are just about the only negative things that I can think of when it comes to this movie. And those aren't even real problems, not really. Boys in the Trees is this haunting film. It's mature, attractive, and most of all, relatable. It has something to say and it very much feels like one clear vision. Director Nicholas Verso successfully tells his story with a high level of competence and grace throughout. It's kind of a horror story, it's kind of a fantasy, and it's all a coming-of-age story. I urge anyone and everyone to see this. Boys in the Trees is a fantastic film that is worth your time. And if you're anything like me, it's a movie that you might even love. I would rate Boys in the Trees a 10 out of 10, and that does not happen too often. So if you've seen this movie, which I doubt, let me know what you thought about the movie. Let me know what you thought about this review. And like and comment and share, subscribe, all that stuff. Bye again. Great endings.